Stream. Welcome to the Vampire Stream. Smash the like button. Oh, my dude Kenny Linder is in here, so that means we're about to get to clapping. Welcome to the Vampire Stream. I don't know how many people are going to be joining us. This is about the part, this is like taking candy from a baby. This is the part where they start saying things like, okay, we get it, you hate this person. It has nothing to do with hate. We need to get to the truth on the Vampire Stream. Right? This is the part, we get it. You know, because they know they're getting destroyed by new media time and time again, you know? And they're going to say, oh, stop bringing this shit up, because they have nothing else to say. I told you. We weren't initially going to go this route. You know what I'm saying? We were not going to just keep staying on the subject and stuff. But they made us do this. They made us with all the, you know, the fans, the man fan. I told you, they said, don't start a war unless I got my money right. Well, I got my money right. Now I want war. They wanted this. Now it's 21 Gun Salute. Now it's Ego's Army. You know, all the channels that made bullshit videos and all that. You know, now this is the good part. This is the part where we see who has the most endurance, who can keep up with the pace. Yeah, the Vampire Stream. This is the part where new media rises up and we stand for something or die for nothing. And they make excuses. Screaming peace. Ain't no peace. Can't be no peace now till we get a peace. Man, it's looking bad. Like I said, this is like taking candy from a baby. At this point, I don't even understand who is like, listen, new media will not stop until the truth is out and credibility is ruined. And I promise you it won't be my credibility, you know, because I'm not out here saying nothing crazy. You know, you don't have nobody playing tapes that I said last week and then I say something crazy this week and then I flip back to something. We not doing that, you know. They're doing that. Old media is doing that. The other side of the fence is doing that. Smash the like button. We working. Now, I just felt this was funny, man. And in case you guys want to read along with me, because this is what new media does. We show you. We don't just talk about it, baby. We show you what we're talking about. We let you see it for yourself on the Vampire Stream. Smash the like button. I promise you, we smoking them out. Like what Wilder said is absolutely true. We are smoking them out. Everybody, whoever's not telling the truth, they're getting smoked out in 2018. So, like I said, HBO, you know, anybody can get it. You know, we on that Broner, prime Broner. We like Adrian Broner at 30 and 35. That's what we on. Check the link in the description in case you want to follow along. We're going to jump right to it. Shout out to new media, Ego's Army. Shout out to the Vampire Stream. It's looking bad, y'all. This is why I tell you guys, be careful what side you stick to. You know, choose your side wisely. Choose your leader wisely. Because y'all oftentimes, well, not often, some of y'all choose to follow the leadership of people who aren't really natural born leaders. You know what I'm saying? And they lead you astray, and then you look crazy because you get smoked out, and then nobody believes you. Now, all your whole disciples, your whole apostle has been exposed. You know what I'm saying? While we up here getting the super chat, doing the livest live gates on the Vampire Stream. Shout out to Jesse Rincon, $2 super chat. The Vampire Stream. And they out here looking foolish. They looking crazy because they chose to listen and regurgitate the same talking points. This is the part where we see who can keep up, who switches what they said. Don't say, "Oh, you're nitpick." Don't scream for peace now. I told you. I did, like Roy Jones said, I didn't want to have to do this, but y'all made me. Just know that this is you guys caused this. So now we're going to see whose credibility lasts the longest, who has the most endurance, who can make the most videos talking about the same stuff, keeping the same argument. This is that part. Smash the like button. We working. Y'all gonna get this work now. The Vampire Stream. Oh yeah, Chazamine, he's from the UK and he been holding it down. Link in the description. We gonna break this down. Post Anthony Joshua knocking out Povetkin. Sky Sports, link is in the description. Eddie Hearn, this is the title. Eddie Hearn says Anthony Joshua versus Deontay Wilder could be one of the biggest fights ever. Right? Eddie Hearn says it could be one of the biggest fights in all-time boxing history. It will definitely be the biggest fight in British boxing history because we've just had one against Vladimir Klitschko. That was the biggest fight in British boxing history, unquestionably, and the most exciting. This one will eclipse that, referring to Joshua Wilder. Y'all didn't want this. I promise you. You know, now you got Ego Veli. I can't even come to you as Ego. Eddie Hearn added, quote, "We don't rule out a fight in America at some point as well. We know the money is over there." Right? It's going to be very interesting, but I do believe we are only scratching the surface on how big Wilder versus Joshua could be. Deontay Wilder versus Anthony Joshua is the biggest fight in world boxing, and stylistically it is the most exciting matchup you could possibly make in boxing. Now, some of you guys don't get it. You just heard me read all that. You know, you can follow along if you'd like to. But Eddie Hearn just wrote his own ether verses. And we're going to break this down. Piece by piece, brick by brick, layer by layer. We're going to break down what he just said, and we're going to see what makes the most sense on the Vampire Stream. So, he just created a clusterfuck. That's what I like to call it. He really did. With those statements, he has single-handedly wrote his own ether verses, and I'm going to break it down for you. Now he's back to saying that Wilder Joshua is possibly one of the biggest fights of all time in history, let alone he says it will be the biggest British boxing fight and eclipse Joshua Klitschko. Do you understand what that means, people? I don't think y'all do. Shout out to Hawk, $2. It says Joshua is exposing himself more and more. We just scratching the surface, people. He just said Joshua Wilder is perhaps one of the biggest fights in boxing history. But it will be the biggest fight in British boxing history. And it will surpass, or as he said, eclipse Joshua Klitschko. And it'll be an exciting fight. His words. You know you done fucked up. You know you done fucked up, right? You said, Joshua, you know you done fucked up. Listen. This is the murder confession. And I'm gonna explain it to you. Hold on. Another Eddie Hearn gets fight.
But I do believe that we're only scratching one against Vladimir Klitschko. That was the biggest fight. One of the biggest fights in.
Listen, hold on.
British boxing history. Take two. It could be one of the biggest fights in all-time boxing history. It'd definitely be the biggest fight in British boxing history because we've just had one against Vladimir Klitschko. That was the biggest fight in British boxing history, unquestionably, and the most exciting. This one will eclipse that. We don't rule out a fight in America at some point as well. We know the money over there. So it's going to be very, very interesting. But I do believe that we're only scratching the surface of how big Wilder Joshua could be.
Now y'all gonna get that work. Do you guys understand what Eddie Hearn just said right there? I don't think y'all do. So allow me to go in on the vampire stream. Smash the like button. Okay. So I read the quotes. You guys heard him say it, right? I'm gonna put the music on. We're gonna turn it down a little bit for the vampire stream. Once again, this is another contradiction. Now all of a sudden, Eddie Hearn is back to saying Joshua Wilder is the biggest fight in boxing history, or is going to be one of them, and it will be the biggest fight in British boxing history, right? Passing the Klitschko-Joshua fight, which passed Carl Froch-George Groves rematch. So let's unpack what he said. First of all, like I've said from day one, with him saying that, is there anybody, we'll do a hot seat right now, does anybody believe that Deontay Wilder should only get a flat rate of $12.5 to $15 million, no pay-per-view revenue, not entitled to that, flat rate, pure flat rate, when once again he's telling you this will be the biggest fight in British boxing history? We know this is going to pass the Klitschko-Joshua fight, and it'll probably rank with the all-time boxing fights, Mayweather, Canelo's, and, the big fights. Like we've said, new media. Now, you guys, see, you listen to Fast Talking Ed, and now it's all crumbling down for you. Now you see what I was talking about. A lot of y'all dumbasses ran with that and said Wilder should have took 12.5 because it's 3 times more than he's ever got, 3 to 5 times more than he's ever got. This man is on record telling you out his own mouth that this will be one of the biggest fights, the best fights or biggest fights in boxing history, and it will surpass Joshua Klitschko, which is currently the biggest British fight. He's telling you that. So when people like me, new media on my channel, were saying, hey, how's that fair? We get it, and we respect AJ is the A side. We get that. That's not a problem. He's the A side. He has the Klitschko fight. He's done a good amount in 22 fights or whatever, right? But to give him a flat rate, that's pretty disrespectful. You guys ran with it. Now what do you have to say? Let's do some hot seats. See, this is the part where they start ducking the fade because they can't compete. Let's do a hot seat now. Is there anybody who is willing to sensibly argue and say that Wilder should be locked into a flat rate when the man, the promoter behind it, is telling you this is going to rank amongst the all-time boxing fights, and it's going to be a fight that eclipses or surpasses Joshua Klitschko, which we know made a lot of money, and it'll be the biggest British fight at the very least. Now let's hear you justify Wilder getting 12.5 or the improved offer of 15 million flat. Let's go. Well, if anybody agrees that is fair for Wilder, even as the B side, step up right now in the hot seat. Let's see you cowards step up, because you guys are cowards in boxing, advocating for bullshit. So let's see who steps up. If you troll, that's fine, but you will be removed. We got some shooters here. Let's hear it. Let's do the debate now. He just told you it's going to rank amongst the biggest fight. Eddie Hearn and Team Joshua, for this whole, I don't know why they don't hire a PR person, but they've been a walking contradiction. They've been a walking contradiction. 1 minute, I just started. That's just the opening statement. Why is Wilder getting a flat rate when you're saying it's going to rank amongst the all-time biggest fights in boxing history, you believe, right? And you're saying at the very least it'll be the biggest British fight, surpassing the Klitschko-Joshua fight, which we know is lucrative. Klitschko didn't get a flat rate, so why are you going to disrespect Wilder with the flat rate? You don't want the fight. 2, Eddie Hearn, on top of the flat rate bullshit, right? On top of that, Eddie Hearn initially, before the pressure grew for Joshua to fight Wilder, he says he believes Joshua Wilder would be bigger than Lennox Lewis versus Mike Tyson. But then when the pressure was to make the fight for next, make Joshua Wilder next, and the fans were growing weary and tired, then he switched it. And he says, oh yeah, the fight's only going to generate a certain amount of money. Why should we pay Wilder excess money if the fight's only going to do this amount of money? That's what he said. These were his words. He was basically saying it doesn't make sense to overpay Wilder, But now he, once again, typical promoter, typical Eddie Hearn fashion, now he switched it back where he's saying, guess what? The fight is going to be a big blockbuster. So, again, at this point, y'all going to get this work. I promise you that. All the, oh, you hate this guy. Okay. I told y'all didn't want to see this side of me because I told you, now everybody's losing credibility. Everybody that went against new media, we'll see who's the last person standing. I'm not playing. We pulling out facts. We pulling out receipts. Let's see them do this. Don't just say it. Don't just say you disagree. Pull out them receipts because that's what we doing. Wait. Oh, my gosh. Wait. Okay. Watch these receipts, y'all. Smash the like button. We pulling out receipts on them. These guys can't compete. We shook up the world. Okay. See, I never underestimate the intelligence of your boy Ego and new media. I save shit for a rainy day because I know exactly how y'all operate. And now y'all gonna get this work. Bow. Oh my gosh, we got action. Oh my God. Let's get it. Hold on. I saved this for y'all. Listen, now y'all gonna get to work. See, I got screenshots, I got videos. We true life detectives, we on some forensic files level shit. Now y'all gonna get this work. It's sad, really. Oh my gosh. Wait, they about to get this work, yo. Y'all ready? Y'all ready for this new media? Y'all ready for some receipts? If y'all ready for these receipts, can I get a hell yeah in the comment section? That's what I'm talking about. With this flip-flop. With this inconsistency from Eddie Hearn and Team Joshua. If y'all want to hear it, can I get a hell yeah? Okay. Y'all got me hyped now. This summer, a fan named Richard, he sent this to Eddie Hearn on Twitter. He said, could you answer this? For a fight that could bring in $100 million, who gets the other $85 million if Deontay Wilder agrees to the $15 million offer from Eddie Hearn? At Eddie Hearn. Eddie Hearn replied, it's more like a $40 to $50 million fight in the UK, and obviously AJ. So he's saying it's a $40 to $50 million fight if it were to happen in the UK. He answered the fans' question. Big mistake. You should have never answered this because I got the screenshot. Now, after Joshua knocks out Povetkin, he's saying Wilder versus Joshua will be the biggest fight in British boxing history. All right? So you lowballed it when you responded to this guy on Twitter this summer. You lowballed it and said, "Oh, we only think it's where are they getting they were doing interviews like where are they getting 300? I mean, where are they getting 100 mil from? Where they get this number from? We don't know that it's going to do 100 mil. Where are they getting this number from? And then he estimated, he says he's so good with numbers, right? He says he estimated when he responded to the guy on Twitter on his verified. Oh my gosh, this is a UK-based print. Look, I told y'all getting this work. There's nothing y'all can do but just take the fade and take the L. So the UK-based publication, The Mirror, Anthony Joshua versus Vladimir Klitschko set to smash pay-per-view records and make pound 50 million. If you guys are smart with math, pound 50 million is not 50 million US dollars. What it equates to is about 65 million and change. So, according to The Mirror, Joshua Klitschko smashed records and made $65 million. Right? Made $65 million. He told the fan that he doesn't believe the fight. The fan says, hey, for a fight that could bring in 100 million, who gets the additional money if you're only offering Wilder something that low, 15 million? Now Eddie Hearn told the fan it's more like 40 to 50 million dollars. But now today he's saying it'll smash and surpass the Klitschko. It'll eclipse, his words exactly. It'll eclipse the Klitschko fight, which did 65 million. I thought Eddie Hearn said he loves his numbers so much. You know, I must be Rain Man. Eddie Hearn's like, oh, I'm good with my numbers. I'm accurate with these numbers. You know, this is the first 48. So once again, this is proof of what I've been saying all along. The 15 million flat was bullshit because we don't know exactly where a Joshua Wilder fight would land. We don't know how much it'll gross, but the estimates was 100 million. You know, a lot of people think it could do around 100 million, right? He's trying to lowball it, saying, oh, we're giving Wilder 5 to 6 times more than he's ever gotten. And he's lowballing it, saying the fight's only going to generate 30 to 40 million, or 40 to 50 million, knowing it's not going to generate 40 to 50 million because Joshua fought a 41-year-old Klitschko off of a loss. This is more of an action fight. The way, whether you like Wilder's style or not, Klitschko, no disrespect to him, but some people even called him boring. I remember Jim Lampley even put him on the anti-Gotti list because we don't always know Klitschko for being in the slugfests and shootouts. He's very effective at what he does. He's very effective, right? At what he does. But he clinches and that type of stuff. So it turns out Joshua Klitschko was a really good fight. Hold on. Hold on. Shooters, stand down. SC, watch me catch this body. Boxingego loves jumping all over Wilder's dick. Okay, so what I say that was untrue. You said he never said that, you fucking idiot. You see, this is the emotion coming out. Yeah, this is the emotion coming out. Ego is hold on. Okay, you got strike one. Answer the question. You doing a bunch of name calling. We know where that's coming from. He says Ego is a Wilder dick rider. What did I say that? What you said? He never said that. He never said what? Strike one. You just doing name calling. Battle new media in the hot seat. He never said what when I just showed you what he said. What didn't he say? You can call me all the names. Every time you call me a name and don't answer, that's a strike. Just answer the question. I'm a fucking idiot. Cool. Now answer the question. You keep saying I love Wilder's dick and all this other stuff, but you won't answer the question. He never said what when I just showed you. I just showed you what he said. New media, we prepare for this. Where are you at, SC? What didn't he say when I just showed you what he said? I just played you what he said. You talking about sucking dick and fanboys and stuff. So, good luck. Strike one. What else you got? Okay, strike two. You're saying go to somebody's page that exposed me. You exposed me. What didn't he say? Strike two. That's all. You see, it's a simple question. You keep cussing and calling me names, but you will refuse to answer the question. You said you said he never said that, you fucking idiot. What didn't he say when I just showed it for you or played it for you? Strike two. You see how they refuse to answer the question? They say go to somebody else's page. They say you a fucking idiot. They say you suck at Wilder's dick, but they won't answer the question. You have one more opportunity. What did I say that you disagree with, and what didn't Eddie Hearn say when I just showed you what he said? He's claiming Eddie Hearn never said something, but he won't elaborate, and he just keeps calling me names. So I'm just trying to get to the bottom of it, like new media. What didn't he say when I just showed you what he said? Why won't you answer the question? This is how you know who's winning, people. You calling me all these names, all emotional, but you won't answer the question. You have 15 seconds, my friend. What didn't he say? I just showed you what he said. It's time-stamped. It's dated. You know, it's not Photoshop. You could do the same research and pull it all up. The timestamps there, the dates there. You know, the links are there. I just gave you all the information. You see how he's ducking? You better not duck me, son. Bro, you got 6 seconds. I'm giving you a long count, too. SC, where you at? You think you could destroy new media with that? Just a bunch of go to someone else's page, yelling, cussing. 3 seconds. Shooters, strap up. I got another one for you, baby. He'll watch it when he's about to get counted out. He'll probably show up and cuss again or some shit. All right, shooters, get rid of him. SC, he got to go. Anybody else? Listen, we could do the debate. Let's hash it out. You know, you calling me names, that's not going to change nothing. You know, these dudes is getting, like, murderized, and they know it. So that's why you get an emotional response from them. Shout out to D. Now, listen, because, like I said, they want these little episodes because they want to distract. So I'm just going to go back to the point, and we're going to recap it. This is what they try to do to distract from what happened. So this is the basic gist of what I'm saying. Eddie Hearn he lowballed the Wilder Joshua fight because the fan asked him this summer, July 5th, right? The fan asked him, could you answer this for me? A Wilder Joshua fight, they're saying it could bring in $100 million. Who gets the other $85 million if you're only giving Wilder $15 million? Eddie Hearn lowballed it and said, hey, it's more like a $40 to $50 million fight in the UK. Since we're having it in the UK, that's where Joshua wants it. It's only going to generate about 40 to 50 million. Eddie Hearn says he's real good with numbers. Well, if you believe it's only going to generate 40 to 50 million in the UK because you're lowballing it, why are you now today saying that it's going to eclipse Joshua Klitschko? Boom. There's a UK-based website. And this is what they said. It says Anthony. Hold on. Let me shrink it for you guys. It says Anthony Joshua versus Vladimir Klitschko set to smash pay-per-view records and make pound 50 million. Now, if you know the conversion rate, 50 million pound is $65 million in their currency. So you just said it's going to pass the Klitschko fight. And according to a UK-based website, they're saying the Klitschko-Joshua fight did $65 million. So in all actuality, that means you were lowballing. You were lowballing so you could justify giving Wilder a weak-ass flat rate of $12.5 to $15 million. And you're lowballing it so you could say, oh, see, it's 4 or 5, 6 times his real value, knowing damn well that Joshua Wilder is going to be the biggest fight going. You know, there's a specific reason that interviewers keep asking Joshua about Wilder. Fans keep going on Joshua's page. All right, they're trying to distract. We got another hot seat. They're trying to serious. He said the Mirror is not a credible source here in the UK. It doesn't matter. Even if you omit what the Mirror's reporting, you know Joshua Klitschko made a lot of money. So you believe, do you believe even without the Mirror's number, Eddie Hearn just told you that this will be the biggest fight in British history? So in your opinion, since you want to distract from the actual fact and point that I'm making, you know, fuck what the Mirror's talking about. Let's now me and you talk in the hot seat. Do you believe 15 million flat is fair when Eddie Hearn just told you yesterday after the Povetkin fight that this is going to break records and be the biggest fight in British boxing history, and it's going to go down as most likely one of the biggest fights in just regular boxing history from all the fights? Now, is $15 million fair? This is too serious. One by one, we eradicating all of y'all. We gonna crush all you motherfuckers. Cyrus, is 15 million flat fair? You know, you want to nitpick the one, oh, the Mirror's not a credible source. Okay. Regardless, even if you want to say some bullshit like that, you know Joshua Klitschko was a big fight, you know, and he's saying that this fight, Wilder Joshua, will do better than that fight. So, once again, is 15 million flat, no pay-per-view, back end money, is that fair for a fight that he just told you is going to pass Joshua Klitschko, which we know at the very least was lucrative because it's the biggest fight in British history? See, what you want to do is you want to distract. I'm not what the records will be, but 15 million can be fair in the context of Wilder's previous earnings for the fights. It is a yes or no question. You just typed a whole ass paragraph, but you did not answer the question. Is it fair when Eddie Hearn just told you, we understand that Wilder is the B-side. Is it fair, B-side or not, when he's saying it's the biggest fight in British boxing history? You know, I don't care about, irregardless of Wilder's past purses, he's telling you it's the biggest fight in British boxing history. It'll be more successful than the Klitschko Joshua, which we know to be successful, and it'll probably rank amongst the top boxing fights, Wilder Joshua. Is it fair for him to be stuck with the flat rate? Once again, you're trying to wiggle out of it. You guys are like earthworms. There is no escape. It's a yes or no question. Is it fair that B-side Wilder is stuck at 15 million for the biggest fight in British history out of his own mouth? Serious. It's on you. These dudes are so desperate. Serious, where you at? Hey, shooters, block your Nia. Just block them. I already have a hot seat. Just block them. They'll keep putting stupid shit. Again, no one knows the records it'll make. Strike two. I'm going to ask you one last time. Is it fair when the promoter, nobody knows the final number? Cool. Is it fair when the promoter himself just told you yesterday that he believes it'll rank amongst the biggest boxing fights of all time, and it will surpass the Klitschko-Joshua fight, which is currently the biggest, most lucrative fight in British boxing history that did 90,000 plus at Wembley? No, his answer is nobody knows what the record will be. Is it fair when the promoter's telling you it's going to pass the Klitschko fight and be the British boxing blockbuster, the #1 fight? He just told you that. It's a yes or no question. Why do you keep putting paragraphs? These dudes are so trapped, and it's funny. It's funny watching them squirm. Do you think that is fair for the A side to get all the money? You're making the assumption that I'm an AJ fan. I didn't say nothing about a fanboy. Block him. Strike 3. They refuse to answer the question. Is it fair? Like, this is what Joshua did post-fight. They say, who do you want next? Oh, I don't really care anybody. I'm sick of talking about it. It's a simple question. See, this is on some real life first 48 shit. They know if they open their mouth, it'll incriminate them and shut down their whole empire. So that's them pleading the fifth. It's a yes or no question. It's a yes or no question, but he said, you're assuming I'm an AJ fan, but I didn't call you no names. I didn't say anything about a fanboy. All I said was, is it fair, yes or no? That's your guilty conscience speaking. Because did anyone hear me call him a fanboy? I didn't even say nothing about him. I didn't call him one name. I just said, is it fair when the promoter is saying it's going to be the biggest fight in British boxing history? That's out his own mouth. I didn't say that. That's what he said. And he refused to answer the question, kept having all these long sentences and paragraphs, but he never said yes or no. I'm telling you, man, new media, we on top of it. These boys know. They know. And they know if they open their mouth, it's not going to make sense. So that's them pleading the fifth, trying to save face. It's that simple. Why? Like I said earlier, if a cop pulls you over and says, have you been drinking, sir? And you know you haven't had a sip of alcohol, why wouldn't you just say no? No. You're not going to be like, oh, why? What's it to you? You know, blah, blah, blah. Why'd you pull me over? You're just going to answer. You know, why wouldn't you answer if you know you're not guilty of nothing? You get what I'm saying? But these dudes won't answer because they know. You have the best boxing channel, bro. Keep killing it. The Vampire Stream. You know, like I said, we're going to see by the time this is over, we'll see who has credibility and who doesn't. You know, resistance is futile. You know, you guys can kick and scream. You know what makes sense. You guys know what fair is. You know what the word fair means. You know, they know what fair is, and they know what's not fair. That's why they don't want to actually answer the question. Looking shaky, baby. You know. And that's the last guy trying to save face. Oh, the mirror. You know, they want to, I tell you, they want to distract from the main message. Oh, the mirror's not credible. Oh, it's not credible. But what about this? Is this credible? Joshua's promoter, Eddie Hearn, believes the potential unification, would go down. This is from Sky Sports. Are they credible? See, UK, yeah, let me know. Let me know what websites I can use. You know, like Martin and Bad Boys. What about the pickle? Can I eat the pickle? Can I use Sky Sports? I mean, are they credible? This is from Sky Sports. Joshua's promoter, Eddie Hearn, believes that a potential unification bout would go down as one of the biggest contests in boxing history. Eddie Hearn, he said, it could be one of the biggest fights in all-time boxing history. It will definitely be the biggest fight in British boxing history because we just had one against Vladimir Klitschko. That was the biggest fight in British boxing history, unquestionably, and the most exciting. This one will eclipse that. Right? He's telling you that he feels Wilder Joshua eclipses the Klitschko Joshua fight. So now let's hear all these dudes justify the 15 mil. When he's telling you it's going to be more lucrative than British boxing's biggest fight. It doesn't make sense. Like Eddie Hearn I don't know why he even said this stuff because I was like, it was like you making this too easy for new media. So I was like, why did he even say this? Like if he didn't say that, that would have been better. Let's keep going. We're gonna unpack this whole thing, right? I told you, like this is. I might get locked up for this. You know, they might put me in the slammer. This is child abuse. This really is. This is like, it's effortless. It's like, you know, MJ fadeaway or something. Like, it's not even like challenging anymore. You know, Deontay Wilder versus Anthony Joshua is the biggest fight in world boxing, and stylistically is the most exciting matchup you could possibly make in boxing. So why are we talking about Dillian White fights? Do you get what I'm saying? Like, this whole interview is a contradiction. Why are we talking about Joshua versus Dillian White and all these other fights? You know, that it doesn't make sense. We're talking about that, and you're admitting that Wilder Joshua is the biggest fight to be made in world boxing. You know, and we're still talking about that. I mean, I could keep going. Like, everything Eddie Hearn said has contradicted. Like I said, he wrote his own. He wrote his own ether. You know, he wrote his own ether. Look, Eddie Hearn, he added, this is taking candy from a baby. Hold on. I got to shrink it. See, it's just so much, man. Look, and they know it. This is why they scrambling. Eddie Hearn, he added, quote, "We don't rule out a fight in America at some point as well. We know the money is over there." Do you guys see? Can you guys read? Do you guys see this? Like, do you guys see what's happening? We don't rule out a fight in America at some point as well. We know that the money is over there. Wait. Now all of a sudden, you don't rule out, after you turn down $50 million, now all of a sudden you don't rule out an American fight at some point, and then you say, we know that the money is over there in America. So once again, the $50 million that, oh, hey, we need proof of funds. How do we know the funds are there? But now you're admitting that you know America is big bank, take little bank, and the money is over there. Like, is this real life? And you guys are really still attempting to justify all of this. New media. He says, we don't rule out a fight in America at some point as well. We know that the money is over there. So what was all that? We need proof of funds. He's telling you he knows that America, they're good for the money, basically. We know the money is over there. Then why were we saying, hey, no one showed, Anthony Joshua was in New York at the DAZN press conference, and then he said, oh, I don't have the money in my account. That's because you didn't accept the deal. You didn't fight Wilder next. What do you mean you don't have the money in my bank account never changed? It will never change if you don't actually take the fight. All right, Dan H. I'm listen. I'm going through them one by one. No proof of funds were shown. I just showed you. Eddie Hearn told Sky Sports, we don't rule out a fight in America at some point as well. We know that the money is over there. So why do they need proof of funds when he's just telling you he knows that America has money? He knows the money is over there. That's what he said. So Dan H., you about to get this work. I'm just going to collect bodies until somebody beats me in the hot seat. He just said we know the money is over there. So you're still talking about this proof of funds shit. Al Heyman just did this lucrative deal with Fox for 4 years or whatnot, and a lucrative deal with Showtime for 3 years. And you guys are still acting like we don't know if Al Heyman's good for the money. Tyson Fury and Wilder just signed a big fight deal, and they're trying to load the card, and you're acting like we don't know if the biggest events. Like I said, Eddie Hearn, name one Eddie Hearn fight that has been more lucrative totally worldwide, everything considered, than Mayweather versus Pacquiao. Heyman Sports had something to do with that, or Mayweather versus Conor McGregor. Name one Matchroom event ever that exceeded those. Answer those 3 questions. You keep talking about this proof of funds. He just said we know the money's over there. So explain why he said that if they doubted the money was real. Dan, you gotta do something. Name one Matchroom event that had a higher gross worldwide than Mayweather Pacquiao or Mayweather McGregor, which Al Heyman had his hands in. You can't negotiate if you won't acknowledge my worth. Oh, someone was. I thought that was Dan. Someone put Dan H. Listen, Dan, where you at, bro? Don't listen. Y'all in the crowd, stop arguing with him. He's in the hot seat with me. We going through it one by one. You know, he's gonna have to either respond intelligently, or he's getting done up in the hot seat. So everyone else with these side conversations, because he's gonna answer you, but he won't answer me, and it's just gonna prolong the inevitable. Dan H, where you at? Don't be hiding now. Trying to hide out, camp out. 15 seconds. You know, the show must go on. You know, I figure, like, and this, I love when you guys show your face, because I could just, you know, we have a firing squad. We just go through the whole line, because I know y'all ain't talking about nothing. 10 seconds. Where you at, Dan H? 7 seconds. Where you at, Dan H? Explain those questions, any of them. And watch him, he's going to come back. Oh, what? My phone was tripping. Oh, what's the question? You know, I know all the games. I've been doing this long enough. 5 seconds, Dan H. Shooters, strap up, because, you know, we have another drive-by. 1 second. Dan H, what's your final answer? All right, shooters, get them. Make sure you guys smash the like button. We just going one by one until one of y'all start making sense. It's that simple. All you have to do is debate. Debate your point. That's it. Debate your point. Explain why Wilder deserves a flat rate when the promoter just told you this is going to be the biggest fight in British boxing history, surpassing Joshua versus Klitschko. Why Klitschko didn't get a 15 million flat? Because you know the fucking fight wouldn't happen. You know, if he stuck at a flat rate, you know, and you wanted his name, plus you liked your chances with him more than Wilder because he's 41, coming off a loss in an 18-month layoff. Wilder ain't coming off no 18-month layoff, and he's not 41, you know, and he's more aggressive stylistically. It's looking bad for y'all, man. He just told you. You know, and the funny thing is, I told you, new media, this is why they always struggle, because there's so much damaging evidence that keeps coming out, and they're trying to put out these small fires that are started, but you can't put out all these small fires. Remember when Barry Hearn was fishing, right? And they said, oh, Barry, he's no longer in charge of the company, so he was just chatting shit. Okay, so you try to pacify that and make some bullshit up why he said that Wilder should not get an opportunity and he don't care if he don't get the fight in 10 years, or Joshua should wait 2 years at the bare minimum, you know, and you try to find a justification for that. So where are their justifications for this? Eddie Hearn just told you out his own mouth that this is going to be the biggest fight in British boxing history, and it'll rank amongst the top fights in boxing, modern boxing, or just boxing history. So where are your excuses for this? We wait. Another Eddie Hearn
in all-time boxing history.
Listen, British boxing history. Stay tuned.
It could be one of the biggest fights in all-time boxing history. It'd definitely be the biggest fight in British boxing history because we've just had one against Vladimir Klitschko. That was the biggest fight in British boxing history, unquestionably, and the most exciting. This one will eclipse that.
He said it'll be the biggest. Hold on, I don't know if you.
In British boxing history, because it'll definitely be the biggest fight in British boxing history.
He just told you it'll definitely be the biggest fight in British boxing history, and then he said it'll eclipse Klitschko, Joshua. History, stay tuned.
It could be one of the biggest fights in all-time boxing history. It'd definitely be the biggest fight in British boxing history because we've just had one against Vladimir Klitschko. That was the biggest fight in British boxing history, unquestionably, and the most exciting. This one will eclipse that. We don't rule out a fight in America at some point as well. We know the money over there. So it's going to be very, very interesting. But I do believe that we're only scratching the surface of how big Wilder Joshua could be.
He just told you. Oh man. Oh man. He told there's the blueprint right there. Wilder don't get no percentage, Joseph Parker does. Wilder don't get no percentage, Klitschko does. And he just told you, Wilder don't get no percentage, but Povetkin does. And he just told you that this is the biggest fight in boxing history, or he said it's one of the biggest ones for boxing history, but it'll definitely pass the Klitschko fight and become the biggest fight in British boxing history. They got some answers, man. All right, Baxter's in the hot seat. Seems a bit odd that Joshua has won so many belts while Wilder has won. Victim of circumstance. What does that have to do with what we're talking about? And you know what? These hot seats are getting so pitiful. I'm only going to allow them to do one response because it's clearly wasting everybody's time. So make sure your next response is your best response because we got to do rapid fire. There's too many of y'all who are desperate and trying to scream bloody murder and all that. So we got to keep the show rolling. So just answer that question. You got one response. What does that have to do? Okay, Wilder is the B-side, so who cares if he has one belt? Povetkin has no belt, and he just got a fight and got knocked out. So what are you talking about? Povetkin had no belts, so how did he get to fight Joshua? And then you're trying to act like one belt is bad. And let's be real, keep it a stack. Joshua has Tyson Fury's old belts that nobody was able to beat him in the ring, and that's who Wilder is fighting. We don't even know who Joshua would have beat that would have been a champion had Tyson Fury not fucked up in his personal life. Good luck. Baxter. So let me know. Yeah, these dudes only got one response because I can't even give them 3 strikes. It's so pitiful. It's so pitiful, and there's so many of them jumping up for, to keep this stream moving at a cool pace. We can't be waiting all day. Baxter, you have 15 seconds. All you have is one response. You said it's going to be easy. What does Wilder having one belt have to do with anything? It's still the most sought after heavyweight fight. Povetkin had no belts, and he got a fight. So what are we talking about? A unification trumps anything. Joshua is the bigger draw, mate. I'm a fan of your channel. By the way, cheers. Block him. I don't care. You were a fan. You if you're not a fan of my channel if you ain't talking no common sense. Nobody said Joshua wasn't a bigger draw, mate. What does that have to do with anything? These dudes are looking more and more pathetic. It's funny to me. Listen to his response. He says, "Oh, but Wilder only has one belt." And then he started trying to back off the block. I'm a fan of your channel. You were a fan until Kennedy Linder clapped you. What is him having one belt? It's see, these dudes are so it's the most sought one belt, no belt, whatever. The name Wilder and the name Joshua go together right now. It's like peanut butter and jelly. It's the most sought after heavyweight fight. So we can make all the excuses. Dominic Breazeale had no belt. Right? Eric Molina got knocked out by Wilder, so he definitely didn't have a belt, right? Povetkin didn't have no belt. So what are we talking about? Okay, Joshua has most belt. And then, again, go through the history and look how Joshua got the belts. Beating Charles Martin, his first title defense. He hasn't done anything really before when he was a champion or after. He didn't have no marquee wins where he knocked out Luis Ortiz when he was undefeated or nothing crazy. Joseph Parker fought for a vacant title. The Klitschko fight was for 2 belts, IBO and WBA or some shit for a vacant title. What are we talking about? Tyson Fury embarrassed Klitschko, and then he failed in his personal life to stay sober and stay clean. Big mistake on his part, and he was forced to relinquish his belt. He was supposed to rematch Klitschko, and the way the first fight looked, he might have beat Klitschko again. So there would have been no need for Joshua to fight Klitschko, and he wouldn't be fighting for a vacant belt if Klitschko and Joshua fought and Tyson beat him again. And like I said, we don't know what would have happened if Klitschko would have been able to come correct and beat Tyson Fury because of what actually transpired. But he wasn't looking good with the style of Fury in the first fight, so one could only speculate. Like I said, Joseph Parker would have never been a champion had Tyson Fury stayed sober, because he would have had to either go through Wilder at the time. He couldn't have fought Andy Ruiz Jr. He would have had to fight Wilder. He would have had to fight Joshua for the IBF, or he would have had to fight Tyson Fury for them other belts. These dudes is getting body bagged. I'm loving it. Listen, I'm loving it. See, the great thing about new media is we force these dudes to sound as desperate and lame as they sound right now. Do you get what I'm saying? Like their talking points make them sound like, complete fanboys and man fans. And I'm loving it, because then that makes us look better, so you see what the real issue is. This is not about right or wrong. This is about I just want to be right, This is about I just refuse to admit the truth. These guys sound desperate as hell. They out here copping pleas, all types of shit. And they keep setting this narrative, even in the Sky Sports article, talking about Dillian White. If I'm Wilder Fury, I would do this. I would fight Dominic Breazeale after, I wouldn't even fight Joshua, unless he's giving me 50-50. Joshua and his team have dug themselves into a crucial hole. The Wilder Fury is going to get a lot of respect from the fans, real boxing fans. I see some of the, Eddie Hearn's like zombies or whatever, man fans trying to hate, saying, oh, these guys are so jealous of AJ and all that. Real boxing fans, the real fans that are fans of more than any one fighter, they're going to give respect to Wilder Fury for manning up and fighting each other when they didn't have to. And if I was the winner, just like Canelo, I wouldn't give Triple G an immediate rematch. Hell no. Just based on how he's acting, him and his team. If I'm Wilder Fury winner, I would fight Dominic Breazeale. Say, hey, WBC, we would like to take care of our mandatory and fight Dominic Breazeale. I would absolutely do it. Under one condition, I wouldn't. If they were going to give me like 50-50 or something very close to it. Let's cut all the game, all the flat rate. I wouldn't. Wilder, I hope Wilder sticks to his guns. How he says 50-50, I'm not taking no flat rates. I tried to do everything I could to press for the fight right then and there to make it next for the fans. But now them 2018 deals are off. I hope Shelly Finkel, Al Heyman, and Wilder stick to their guns. This is going to be the real smoke out. Stick to your guns. Let Joshua fight Dillian White at Wembley. If he's not going to budge with the winner of Wilder Fury and give them a suitable percentage, let him entertain a Dillian White. We'll see another non-sellout event, because real boxing fans, you could do Dillian White versus Joshua in Wales or at the O2 Arena or some shit. You don't need Wembley for that fight, unless White did a little bit more, beat Luis Ortiz and Gerald Miller. Then maybe people would say we've seen a clear-cut victory. Joshua had a vicious uppercut and he knocked out Dillian White. So, I commend Dillian White for climbing back up the ladder, but realistically, he hasn't fought somebody that was just like so detrimental to his health, like Robert Helenius at this point of Helenius' career, Lucas Brown, who has been inactive because he failed multiple drug tests, Joseph Parker coming off a loss. That's solid for where Dillian White's at. I'm sure he got some good paydays, but let's not act like he knocked out the undefeated Luis Ortiz, or he beat a Tyson Fury, or he knocked out Joe Joyce or Daniel Dubois. I mean, come on, really? And he got hurt in the Robert Helenius fight. He got hurt in the Joseph Parker fight. So Joshua White too, I just don't see it being Eddie Hearn and Joshua were talking about scaling Wembley up for the April date to 100,000 plus. You don't need that, in my opinion. I don't know if Joshua White 2 does 90,000. I don't know. That's up to the UK. But if the Povetkin fight did like 80,000, I mean, I don't know that the White fight. I really don't, unless they start being dirt cheap with the tickets or something, just to feel. But it's not gonna. But if you do all that, then you're kind of selling out just to make your event look like it's popping, but it's not going to go down in history as one of the biggest fights. People like Carl Froch and George Groves too, the reason they did so well at Wembley is they're both good showmen, shaking each other's hand all viciously. They didn't like each other, and there was controversy from the first fight. There was no controversy for AJ versus Dillian White because he got knocked out. So honestly, the momentum has shifted to Wilder Fury. The winner of that is the A side in my book. That is the person who's taking the more immediate risk and should be viewed upon, even with less belts, should be viewed about, because you can okay, I'm gonna give y'all an example after this after this super chat. Shout out to Ricky Samuel, $5 super chat. Ego late at night, early in the morning. You stay busting them heads. Shooters get the strap. BK stand up. I see y'all, New York. Listen. I'm trying to think of okay, here I got a pretty good analogy. Smash the like button, people. Let me see where we're at, because I already said a lot of what I had to say. We just doing this to beat a dead horse now, because now it's just hilarious to see how desperate they are. Yo, we got to get over 100 like ASAP. We got all these people in here, and we've had them, and the haters are showing up, just hitting the dislike button. Y'all got to do better with them likes, If you guys want these streams to keep coming, we out here, new media is demolishing the comp. We doing legendary shit, standing up for what's right. We got to push it to push the envelope. The haters are always going to be here. We got to always let the love outshine that, So I need to see a major push in the like department because, we out here working, busting heads. They getting busted to the white meat, man. Yo, keep it going. Smash the like button. We pausing real quick. We doing a pause until we get back up to par, I got a couple other things I want to say. This is funny, Eddie Hearn, I don't even know why he said all that. See, here's another thing. This is why these dudes are caught. Eddie Hearn, he can't use the narrative like, oh, Wilder's about to fight Tyson Fury, so now the fight is this monumental fight. You know why he can't use that? Because one, Wilder hasn't fought and beaten Tyson Fury yet. So for him to be on record and saying, oh, Wilder Joshua is this huge fight, it doesn't make sense because he still hasn't beaten Tyson Fury, right? That's one reason. But another reason you can't use that, hold on one second, Joe. I got to charge, hold on, I'm trying to charge something. Man, we are killing the competition. Hold on one second, y'all. All right, we back up. We back up on it. So yeah, man, it's just a bad look, and I feel like the momentum is completely shifted, and this whole plan has backfired totally on Joshua. totally. And I know they're trying to use Dillian White too. And see, the UK, I really feel like y'all. This is just my opinion. I can't tell y'all how to live. This is y'all culture, but as boxing fans, y'all really just gonna come out and support what you know is not right just because it's your country. I mean, American or not, I stand up for what's right. And you guys, some of you guys you're gonna go fill out the UK and pack it for a Dillian White too. Like, this is y'all money, whether the tickets are cheap or not. This is the fight you really want to see, but then y'all in the crowd yelling like Wilder next, Wilder next. And then, if they just give you Dillian White, and the other thing is, like, the Povetkin card was whack. I'm talking about I like the main event. That was cool. That was some good action. I'm talking about the undercard. That was not a good undercard. Name one compelling fight on there, that meant something to world boxing. Alexander Povetkin Joshua card. Name a fight on there on the undercard, not the main event, on the undercard that you thought was like some legendary shit. It meant a lot for whatever weight class it took place in. I didn't see nothing from what I've seen. I didn't watch every single one, but I didn't see no great undercut. So yeah, I mean, this is y'all. Like, y'all in the UK, y'all set. That's cool. It's y'all money. Y'all putting y'all pounds up and settling for this. Yeah, 80,000 to watch these. Like one-sided undercards and shit, and have the audacity to say something about Al Heyman. At least in the past, Matchroom has put to Josh Kelly, Carlos Molina, or Katie Taylor, or something. Some good action stars. Like, what? Who was even on this card? y'all going out in droves of 80,000 people for that? Like, Lawrence Oakley was probably the biggest domestic guy on the card, and his fight wasn't even like really scintillating. David Price quit. Like, that shit. This is what y'all paying for. I didn't, man. I wish I would pay for that. And like I said, y'all got the nerve to be mad if Al Heyman, like, why is Tank Davis fighting Jesus Cuellar? Don't ever talk about our American undercards. Don't talk about Bob Arum's undercards. Don't talk about Heyman's undercard. Don't even talk about Golden Boy's undercard, because Canelo versus Golovkin 2 undercard smashed that. Jaime Munguia, he fought one of y'all. He fought a UK guy, Brandon Cook. Chocolatito had a nice knockout. David Lemieux, he fought a guy from Ireland. Gary Spike O'Sullivan had a nice knockout. Let's just keep it all the way a buck. This is what you guys are settling for and what you guys are paying for. Don't tell me about Wilder Fury is not going to do over $1 million. Yeah, it's not going to do, because from what I understand, they're trying to at least put some good fights on the undercard. Y'all just had Joshua Povetkin, which is supposed to be, big, massive card, 80,000 massive and all this shit. That undercard. Somebody said that undercard was flame. Joshua Povetkin undercard was flame. Oh, okay. So Tom Smith said worst UK show in here. That's what I'm saying. Like, I was surprised. I was surprised that they, like, that was even bad for, like, I know some of the UK undercards don't always be stacked, but that was, like, bad for even UK standards. Name, what fight y'all have on there? Look at the UFC. UFC got 16 fucking fights on the prelims, and then main event you got Conor McGregor and Khabib Nurmagomedov. You know what I'm saying? You at least you gonna get something. You have that many UFC fights with and some names in there. Michelle Watterson and stuff. Like, you gonna have something. Man, that card was not good. So if the UK, if they don't offer the Wilder Fury fight or something fair, like a percentage, I hope they stick to their guns and don't just accept anything to get in that Wembley date. Stick to your guns. Let Joshua fight Dillian White, and if the UK wants to pay for the rematch and y'all think it's all that, I mean, have at it. Enjoy. Hope you guys like it. Hope they do better with the undercard. You know, we got to get back to some, you know, what really makes sense. Damn, Sham said I didn't even bother with the undercard. It was bad, bro. The Povetkin Joshua. I like the main event. I don't have no complaints about the main event, like in terms of the action. The only complaint I had about the main event is it should have been a different main event, Joshua Wilder. But from the actual fight perspective, Povetkin tried, you know, and he you know, he was giving Joshua some good rounds, and he didn't come to lay down. He got knocked the fuck out in the end. So, you know, it was a good fight. It was entertaining. I'm not mad at that. But the undercard, man. Yeah, the main event had good action, stuff like that. But even the main event, like I told you, it wasn't even the main event that people wanted. Wasn't even the main event people wanted. And then on top of that, the undercard was like garbage. Like, damn. But like I said, that's the UK. This is what y'all got to deal with. This is the card, you know. If that's what you want to support, you want to support. And it's funny because Eddie Hearn has all these like zombies, and they be talking about Frank Warren's cards. You know, Frank Warren, he be putting like Daniel Dubois, and he'd get a knockout, and then put Anthony Yard on the card. I don't remember Frank Warren's, like Carl Frampton versus Luke Jackson, and then you had Tyson Fury versus Francisco Pianeta, and then Wilder jumping in the ring on Fury. That was way better than this Joshua Povetkin card as a whole. You know, yeah, that, you know, that's a really good. Someone said Daniel Jacobs should be on the card. Yeah, something. Put Gerald Miller. You know, at least put Gerald Miller, Thomas Adamak. Take it on. You know, take him off that Chicago shit. Put him on there, so you at least have another heavyweight fighter. I don't know, something. But that wasn't it. You know. Gary Gray, why you calling it UK undercards? Where'd the fight happen? You want me to call it a Brooklyn undercard? You know, a Mississippi undercard? What am I supposed to call it? Y'all dudes is weird. Gary Gray says, why you call it a UK undercard? Whose undercard was it? Compton? What you want me to call it? The Wakanda undercard? Who the fuck's undercard was it? The Mexico undercard? What are you talking about? The Crenshaw, you know, Slauson swap meet undercard. Whose undercard was it? It was the UK. Y'all gotta own that. That was a UK undercard. What are you talking about? Y'all being all sensitive. Why are you calling it a UK? Shit. Where did it happen? You know? Did it happen in, I don't know, Wonderland or Neverland or something? Like, last time I checked, it happened in UK. That's a UK card. That's like me saying, like, and this is like me being from DC. Why you calling him the DC sniper? Where the fuck is he sniping people? In DC. You know? You want me to call him the Michigan sniper, motherfucker? He the Michigan sniper, but he killing everybody in DC shooting at him. What type of sense does that make? Don't call him the DC sniper, man. Call him the Hawaii sniper. He killing people in DC. But I'm going to call him the Hawaiian sniper. Y'all need Jesus, something. Y'all be saying whatever, you know. Mad because I called a UK card a UK card. And the fight happened in the UK. And y'all bragging about 80,000 in the UK. But you mad that I said it was a UK card. Stop it. Exactly. Shout out to Straight Drive. He said it's the Black Channels card. Why do black people put these undercards? Like, yeah, you want me to call it the Chuck E. Cheese card? That shit was in the UK. Don't call it a UK card. Like I misquoted, like it didn't happen in the UK. Stop it. Main event was cool. Good action. Good fight. You know, 2 gold medalists, whatever. But it still wasn't the main event we wanted to see. Man, y'all taking serious L's tonight. A lot of y'all. A lot of y'all. You know, but new media's on the case. You know, we'll just keep talking about the facts. Nah, he looked really bad against Takam. I thought he was losing to Povetkin, and I know I'm not the only one. I thought Povetkin was jumping into some shit like Mighty Mac from Punch Out. I was like, okay, Povetkin came to fight. He still had a little sprinkle of meldonium in him. That motherfucker had a little piece of meldonium in that punch. And he looked like he was hurt. He hit Joshua with that uppercut. He hit him with an uppercut followed by 2-3 other pieces. If Wilder hits you with the uppercut followed by that right hand, you gonna die. There's no way. There's no way Wilder's gonna hit you with like a left uppercut followed by that right, and then Joshua. He already kind of got buckled in the first round by that Povetkin shit with these short ass arms. If Wilder would have landed like a left hook or an uppercut followed by the right as the second punch, you will not be right in there. You know what I'm saying? You're going to be weekend at Bernie's. You know, you're not going to be feeling right. You're going to be on some Avengers shit. I don't feel so good. You're going to turn into dust when Wilder hits you with that. You're going to be just like Peter Parker. Tony, I don't feel so good. And yo, shit, you just gonna disintegrate. You gonna immediately go into that rigor mortis. You gonna have that rigor mortis. You gonna be on that Kendrick Lamar rigor mortis shit. You like, I cracked the egg in your bastard, you bastard. Hold on, you gonna have that Kendrick. Hold on. I crack myself up sometimes. I'm gonna tell you, when Wilder hits you, this is what y'all gonna have. Oh my God. I killed him. Yeah. All right, here we go. Third take real quick. Ali. Got me breathing with dragons. I cracked the egg in your bastard, you bastard. I'm Marilyn Manson with Manson. That. Oh my God. He dead. I killed him. Amen. I said, got me breathing with dragons. I cracked the egg in your bastard, you bastard. I'm Marilyn Manson with madness and the magic and the magic. That is the tragic and the magic, the matches. This rigor mortis is gorgeous when you die. I lead this Morpheus, the matrix in the mind. I am out of my orbit and orifice and you decline. Orifice and you decline. Norphin. Oh my God. In case y'all don't know what I'm talking. In case you don't know what I'm talking about, go YouTube Kendrick Lamar rigor mortis. That's exactly how he was flowing on that track. Hold on. Oh my God. Go listen to Kid. Just. Oh my God. I killed him. Amen. Yeah. K. Dot. All right. New media. We working. I said, got me breathing with dragons. I cracked the egg in your bastard, you bastard. I'm Marilyn Manson with madness now. Just imagine my magic. I like they asses. And my favorite rapper at church. I killed him. He dead. I killed him. Amen. K. Dot. CPT Compton. Hey. I said, this is rigor mortis and it's gorgeous when you die. I recorded, I am amorphous, I am matrix in my mind. Out of my orbit, I am an orphan, I'm a hairdresser combined. AJ was hit with the uppercut in the left and he got hit and he was stuck and he stuck and hit his chest and he need a haircut. Why didn't he get a haircut? He should have got his haircut. I'm straight morphing him, Morpheus when I'm morphing him, mighty morphing him. Oh my God! I was about to start killing y'all with these bars. You know what I'm saying? Oh my gosh. UK, you know I love you, but y'all gonna get this work. He dead. I killed him. And then on top of that, AJ should have got a haircut. That motherfucker felt he had something to prove. Y'all, man, AJ should have cut his hair, bro. That, I don't know what he was trying to prove. Let me see if I got this shit. We just having fun with this game now. I killed him. He dead. I thought, see, because I see fighters do that for training camp. And then, you know, when it comes to the actual fight, they just, you know, they get right for fight night. Like Broner, you know, he'll have like mangy beard and shit. Joshua really kept that. I was like, oh shit. Joshua kept that. He kept the BDBs. He didn't give a fuck how he looked at the, you know what I'm saying? I was like, damn, Joshua ain't playing. Yeah. That motherfucker had that UK lineup. Hold on. I gotta, hold on. Let me find it real quick. Oh my gosh. Hey, he was really wilding with this crop though. Hold on. Hey, if y'all, I found it. Hold on. Y'all want to see? Do y'all want to see? That motherfucker had that Pam from Martin. If y'all want to see the hair, can I get a hell yeah in the comment section? I thought he was just doing that for training camp, you know, and just tunnel vision. That motherfucker wore this. He really wore. Oh my God, he really wore that to the fight though. Listen, if y'all want to see Joshua's hair for fight night, can I get a hell yeah? Like, you know what I'm saying? It's late at night, you know, I didn't brush my shit, but oh my God. Let me show you Joshua. Why I was like, why did he do his hair like that, yo? Like he was going through change it. Hey, why did he do that though? That shit look like a Lego man. Oh my gosh. Yeah. He had that Nigerian taper right there. Like, whoa. Oh my gosh. Oh my God. Oh shit. Oh my gosh. Like, no, I really thought he was doing that just for the training camp. You know, I was like, okay, he's gonna come back out of this and then have his shit right. But he didn't change it though. I'm like, Joshua, what happened? Like, why'd you do that? Like for the that lineup is like, I don't know, bro. You know what it reminds me of? I'm going to hell for this, but you want to know what the lineup reminds me of? Hold on. I just thought of this. His line looked like, it reminded me of, remember Samuel L. Jackson in The Negotiator? Oh my God. Remember Samuel, Yeah, Samuel L. Jackson be having the most fucked up haircuts in cinematic history. Bro, look, he got that negotiator crop right now. Yes, they deserve to die, and I hope they burn in hell. Motherfucker. Oh my gosh. He had that. Oh my god, he got that Samuel Jack. He got that unbreakable shit. Oh my god. Why did he do that? He had that M. Night Shyamalan unbreakable. Hold on. Oh my gosh, my stomach hurts, bro. Joshua, we love you, but why you do this? Samuel L. Jackson hair is fucked up in every movie. In every single movie, though. Every movie Samuel L. Jackson has ever been in, his crop is fucked up. I swear to you. Coming to America. Who the fuck is this asshole? Freeze, you diseased rhinoceros pizzle. His shit was fucked up in that. He was a crackhead in Jungle Fever. Watch Gator. Watch Gator dance. So his hair was fucked up in that. Juice, it was probably fucked up. Just because you pour syrup on shit don't make it pancake. Name a movie where Pulp Fiction, his shit was definitely fucked up. The Slave in Django, his shit was fucked up. Listen, Nick Fury, his shit is fucked up. This man, Samuel Jackson, got the most disrespected hair in Hollywood history. I'm just telling you, Unbreakable, Mr. Glass, his shit was fucked up. He looked weird, bald in Star Wars. Snakes on the Plane, he had snakes coming out of his hair. I'm sick of these motherfucking snakes on a motherfucking chain on the plane. Oh my God. Time to Kill, his shit was fucked up because they killed his daughter or whatever. His hair has been fucked up. Every Avengers, his shit fucked up. Thor. Oh my God. Joshua, why you do? He got that negotiator shit. Oh my God. Yeah, Pulp Fiction, this shit was extra fucking juicy ass Jerry curl. But you know, whatever gets Joshua through camp or whatever. Hey, tell me I'm lying. Tell me Samuel L. Jackson had a movie where his shit wasn't fucked up. I'm trying to think of one movie where his shit wasn't fucked up. Jackie Brown, didn't he have a beard that was braided? The shit was fucked up. When you gotta kill everyone in the room, yeah, Jackie Brown, your shit was fucked up. Changing Lanes, it was fucked up. What name of movie Samuel been in where his hair wasn't fucked? Like they give him that like automatic fucked up hair. Like there's no like Samuel L. Jackson ain't taking no movie roles unless his hair is fucked. My hair fucked up, motherfucker. I don't got no fucked up. Man, I ain't in that movie. You know, Black Snake Moan shit fucked up. Hateful Eight fucked up. I can't think of Shaft. This shit was fucked up. I'm People Hernandez. Incredibles. This shit was fucked up. Triple X. This shit was fucked. Like what name of movie? I seen him on Jimmy Kimmel. This shit was fucked up. I can't think of one movie that he's ever been in. Coach Carter's shit was fucked up. Great White Height. All them movies, man. You know. That's how these coon ass YouTube channels be like Django. I just don't like you. He was in Django Unchained. Hell yeah, he was the dude on the porch mean mugging and shit. Didn't like Jamie Foxx. What you mean? They had him looking hella dark in that too. Yeah, Povetkin's face looked pretty bad at the end of the fight. I seen it. Joshua went into his locker room. Look at Ali. Your name is Ali Afro Monster. Shut the hell up. You got a hairstyle in your name. That's why you mad, because you got afro in your name. You got an afro, motherfuckers make fun of you. That's why y'all be judging my lips, beard, my eyes, say I look like a bug, all types of shit. I make a joke for 2 minutes and you like, why do you care about another man's hair? But y'all be caring about my hair, calling me ugly and shit. Fuck off. No, I was surprised that he didn't get edged up. Like I said, Robert Easter, he had like crazy beard and shit for the Mikey fight, but then he got right for the fight. Real Brother 32, you see how they want to judge me all day. I make a joke, you know. I make a joke. I'm just having fun, you know. This is what I get paid to do, is to entertain y'all. So sit back and enjoy the show, you know. It's a joke. I don't care what Joshua, what hair. You act like I'm really mad at him. I mean, if he want to be, you know, at the club after the fight with this, you know, woolly mammoth, you know, Brillo shit, then that's cool. I don't care, you know. He in shape. I'm sure he don't have a problem getting women. Cool. Double standard ass. ... Oscar said I'm enjoying this. Yeah, DeGale's fighting on the Victor Ortiz card with John Molina Jr. But anyway, back to actual boxing. The bottom line is Wilder Fury, whoever wins that fight is the man, and they need to fight the other man, which is Joshua. Period. You know, and Eddie Hearn, I don't know why he even did that interview, saying there's money in America. This like completely contradicts everything you've said. You know, talking about Wilder Joshua is a mega fight and the biggest fight in world boxing. You know, you just caught yourself up in several inconsistencies just with that one segment. You know. So, I mean, we'll see. We'll see what they decide to do. Just look at AJ's resume. Why do you guys keep saying that? Why do you keep saying just look at AJ's resume for 22 fights? He's a gold medalist. Like, listen. What is it? You act like he had a Cotto resume or Mayweather or Pacquiao. His resume is not that yet. You know what I'm saying? Okay, put it this way. Name somebody who he's fought, like an undefeated Luis Ortiz, undefeated Wilder, or undefeated Tyson Fury in his whole career. You know, you guys keep talking about, oh, look at his resume in 22 fights. He's never fought the guys that that I'm not saying none of them are good, but name someone who you think would be as threatening as an undefeated Luis Ortiz, an undefeated Deontay Wilder, or undefeated Tyson Fury. So what are you talking about? You know, people hear someone else say it. Eddie Hearn said it several times, and then they roll with it. But, you know, break it down. Nobody's nitpicking his resume saying it's like the worst resume out in boxing. But it really didn't even get good until, I guess you want to say, Charles Martin. And that wasn't even, Charles Martin was unproven. You know, Eric Molina, Dominic Brazil's cool. He was undefeated. He been to the Olympics. You know, so maybe that was the first, you know, Gary Cornish. Like, I know his resume, you know. So Gary Cornish, he's a world beater. Kevin Johnson, who had lost to Tyson Fury. The old boy that Daniel Dubois just fought recently and knocked out. You know, Eric Molina after Wilder knocked him out. Klitschko coming off of Tyson Fury loss. Like, Charles Martin, I think they said this at the Danny Garcia because he was on the card he was fighting Adam Kanowski or whatever. They said Charles Martin, when they brought him up to the stage because he was fighting on that card, they said a lot of people are counting him out because he had the shortest heavyweight reign as a champion in boxing history. He literally fought a guy. The guy got injured. He won because he won more rounds up until the point of the injury stoppage. And then they said he had the shortest reign as a heavyweight champion in boxing history. Charles Martin. Because he immediately fought AJ, went over to UK, got bags, and then got knocked out. You know what I'm saying? So are we really saying Charles Martin is like the end all be all in Joshua's resume? It was an opportunity. Daniel Dubois fighting Kevin Johnson. Yeah, that's someone AJ knocked out already. But nobody's saying Daniel Dubois. He's not a unified champion. So who cares who he's fighting? You know what I'm saying? Wow, okay. Shams, you don't want it with me when it comes to this boxing shit. You keep saying stuff I know what you're trying to do because I deal with you guys all the time. You're saying that Tyson Fury's last opponent, Francisco Pianeta, got knocked out by Kevin Johnson. Who cares? That was his comeback fight. That was a tune-up fight, and now he's fighting Wilder. So really, that doesn't give nobody no hope because guess what? Tyson Fury beat Kevin Johnson too. So not only did he beat Pianeta, he beat Kevin Johnson too before AJ. You trying to bring that up to try to prove a point. Doesn't matter. Why do you care about Francisco Pianeta when you know Wilder and Tyson Fury are fighting? Come on. Do I think DAZN had over 1 million views? I don't know. But it doesn't matter because I would be one of the views, but I'm on a free trial. So it's not like they got some money up at me. Who cares if he has 1 million views if everybody was on a free trial? You know what I'm saying? So that's not going to show nothing. Yeah, we got 1 million views, but, everybody canceled after. Or, or some of the people canceled after. What does that mean? 1 million views, but the shit was free. AJ KO Johnson in 2. So what does that do? He's strong. Like you guys, some of you guys don't know shit about boxing. AJ is a power puncher. Tyson Fury is more of a, he's not like a knockout artist. So who cares if AJ KO'd Kevin Johnson in 2? Tyson Fury beat Kevin Johnson before AJ. Not everyone's going to get a knockout. These dudes be like impressed with little shit. Well, guess what? AJ, he fought him after Tyson Fury and he knocked him out. Who cares? He got knocked out after the fact. You know what I'm saying? That's like Mayweather went the decision with Carlos Baldomir, but Canelo knocked out Carlos Baldomir. But guess what? Canelo fought Carlos Baldomir. He was 41 years old. So, what does that mean? You got to see, this is what a lot of boxing fans do because they don't really, they know basic surface area stuff, some of them, but they don't know details. Like, let's talk details because anything could look a certain way if you didn't put it into perspective. Like I said, Floyd Mayweather, at the time he fought Carlos Baldomir. Baldomir was bigger than him, and it was a totally different Baldomir. Baldomir beat Zab Judah. So why would we compare Floyd fighting Baldomir in 2006 to Canelo fighting Baldomir when he was 41? Floyd beat him in 2006. Canelo beat him 4 years later when he was 41, and he wasn't a champion. So, what does that really mean? And he hadn't done shit since then. Man, we working. Timothy Lee, Ego, my boy, what's cracking? How was Sugar Ray Leonard? You know, even when he was on PBC, I love Sugar Ray as a fighter, but I'm not like, even like I said this when he was on PBC too. He kind of misses me with the commentary. You know, I think I think Sugar Ray is just like, it's like a continuation of his career. You know, Mr. All American. So he never, excuse me, he's like too agreeable. Do you know what I'm saying? Like he's just nice, and like, you know, I don't know. He's just, you know how girls be like, oh, I don't like that guy. He's too nice. Yeah, we know Sugar Ray's a legend. I'm talking about his on the mic skills. Michael Jordan's a legend, but that don't mean he's a a great owner, you know, of a basketball team. But when we're talking about basketball skills, Michael Jordan's the man. That's the same thing I feel with Sugar Ray Leonard. In the ring, Sugar Ray was the man, legendary boxer, you know. But for me, his commentary is it's a bit more flat. It's like, you know, he's just nice, you know, just casual. You know, he's not really like, he's not real excitable or like I don't know. It's just different. You gotta have different mic skills are different. You know, a lot of people, it's just like, here's a lot of battle rappers be gassing and they can spit, but some of them can't make an actual song. You get what I'm saying? Sugar Ray that's what he kind of reminds me of, like a battle rapper who's like lyrically on top and is dope as fuck, but when it comes to, you know, making a song, that's not really his thing, you know. But if you put him in a battle rap, he got bars like, man, I open your mug like Folgers crystals. I pop shot this Folgers crystals, dumping your mug like cappuccino, you know, and they do it all. That's dope. But when it comes to making a song, they might miss you with the song. That's my personal opinion with Sugar Ray Leonard. Like, it's not like he's doing anything wrong. It's just, to me, it's just a little flat. Like, he's not, you know, he just has like one level. Like Paulie Malignaggi, he gets like real like turned up and shit. Like when Broner was fighting Maidana and shit. Anyway, I'm out. The Vampire's Dream. Hope you guys enjoyed. New media's on the case. We'll be back with some more videos. Hope you guys enjoy. Peace out.